Hey team, welcome to lesson 4 of my 6-figure business. These are the hard lessons that I've learned from 0 to 100k. We'll go through a range of things, but in this lesson I'm going to be breaking down how cash flow matters more than revenue. Okay, this one's pretty important. This is the 4th one in the series, so then you can apply it to your personal brand, to your own business, or to everyday life. Just something you can take these insights, put it into your own, and I hope you get something from it, because I put a bit into these expansion lessons because they're quite fun to do. So we'll get straight to it and get to the nitty gritty stuff. So what I want to talk about in terms of the cash flow mattering more than revenue is how to manage your finances wisely, right? So if you manage it correctly, we want to aim for long-term sustainability, right? And ways to do that is by tracking everything you do. So the way I particularly do these things is if I purchase something for the web for my business, I'll track it right away. I'll put it into my Excel document. I'll list what it is, the link to it, and have what it costs. For the whole month itself, you will have a massive list of all income, for all commissions paid out to to your people you work with. You will have things you bought for your packaging, your packaging slips, or your boxes itself. You name it. Everything you buy and everything that comes in and out of your business, just track it. And then what you can do for that month, and if you guys want, I can provide a simple tracker that I've been using. But you just input it all for the month. You will label it out. You can make it look pretty with all these colors, and it will just tell you that you've spent this much for the month. You can deduct everything for that. Oh, these are all incomes for that month, and then these are all the deductions that you've spent. And then that will give you a total, and you can see if you're profitable for that month or if you need to work on some areas. For instance, I noticed that I was spending a bit too much on the customer's journey in the packaging and everything. So I really loved how giving them that experience of opening the box and giving it like it's a treasure chest. You're opening it like any other great game, right? And I knew I could cut back a little bit on it as the cost was outweighing what the profit would be, right? A way I did that, and for any business owners that need a little tips and tricks, is Officeworks has those thank you cards that you can use. I only use a small little one. I'll grab it for you. So this is my small little Valor Vinyls thank you card that I have made up, as you can see on the camera. And all I did, and I noticed a little trick to it, is that the thank you cards are a bit more expensive. And if you went with the flyer option, which it's the same gloss level, it's the same size, everything about it is the exact same. It's just a lower price point. So it's a little loophole that I don't think Officeworks has fully recognized, but make use of it where you can. But little things like that, and find ways to gain discounts from your packaging places. Find if you ship through Ozpost. Another key thing is if you ship out enough products, you will eventually get to a band 5 level. And with a band 5, you can start to get a bit of a discount in the packages you send out. So that's a nice added bonus that you can add into all your calculations. But those are things to think about. But the main area that you need to be working on is making sure you track everything. If you're not tracking it, then how do you know what you're bringing in and taking out, right? So that's key. So track your expenses, ID areas of optimization, as I did with all my packaging stuff. Make sure you calculate your costs of shipping, your packaging, your discounts you can get or you send out to people. Another big thing is the ad spend. So you can do all your organic content 100%, that they work fantastically, and you can generate a lot of impressions and people coming in from that organic content. But when you're working with paid content, you need to be figuring out what you're spending. So if you're running a $20 a day ad on your campaign, or $50, figure out what that whole total for that month or that week or the day, and understand, am I meeting the ends meet? I spoke about it in my ad video beforehand. And I know it makes sense to me. It makes sense in my head, but yeah, don't just be putting all this money into your ad with not much return. Or you might be thinking, oh, I'm getting a lot of impressions, I'm getting a lot of clicks from these videos. You might have some results, but does those results outweigh the cost to send it all out? So always keep an eye on your stats. I believe I said in the video, keep a 1 to 3 day buffer in between, check your stats, and readjust if you need to. Okay, so ad spend is very important. Optimizing your payments, we spoke about that. You can also work out nice deals for your loyal customers. That's always appreciated by the loyal customers. Something to think about with your cash flow. Discounts with Band 5, yeah, we banged on that one. Your budget calculator and tracking everything. Just a simple point with the calculating everything and keeping track of it all. It will save you so much hassle and time when it comes to the tax period, okay? That is something that I had to tackle the previous year with the tax and running a business that does well. So something to think about, and you can go to your accountant and figure it all out. I, for one, just like to learn the skill and apply it before going to any other people. So you're not getting jibbed for anything, and everything is being run correctly. So yeah, yeah. So those are the key areas I wanted to touch on for lesson 4. Is that cash flow matters more than revenue. Something's very important, and it is basically your life force to your business. Yes, the customers, but the customers bring in the profit and the cash, right? But you need that in order to run the business. A lot of the times I know I've heard it, and it sounds appealing a lot, is that you can start a business from scratch without generating much to begin with. But eventually you need that cash flow, otherwise the business will dry out 100%. But I hope you got something from it. So just remember, track all your expenses, write them down as soon as it comes in. Otherwise, you'll forget about it, and will come to tax period, and you'll be shuffling around for all your receipts. Even the electronic ones, keep them in a folder so you can track it nicely. And yeah, pretty simple one. Pretty easy to get your head around it. If you have any questions, though, just let me know, and I'm happy to explain more about it all, and even show the Excel document for you all. But yeah, I hope you got something from it, and I'll be back again with lesson 5. So stay tuned for that one. Excited for that one as always. But yeah, as always, I'm Jaden Connolly. Thank you for watching.